Hey guys, welcome back. This is Tarun again, back with another fitness video. So I'm glad, my last video on Indian real transformation has been appreciated. You guys have liked what I have to share. But here's a continuation video to that, the more of an update. So I was eating healthy for almost about 1.5 years, wherein I was just doing everything right from eating clean to about, drinking this much water, not taking this much salt. Pretty much you can imagine very, very disciplined, though it's a good thing. But I wanted to reset the metabolism, which is exactly what I shared with you. And here's what happened with that, and what is happening with that. So as you can see, I had lot many chocolates, ice creams, and I continue to have my aloo ka paratha. I woke up this morning, had a couple of aloo ka parathas. But what has happened now is because I was eating healthy all this while, but for a year, my stomach has become very, very sensitive. And this is what exactly I want to share with you, that whatever I'm eating, I'm actually either pooping or vomiting. So this is something that we should all be very, very cognizant of, that obviously this is definitely a shock to our body. Our body does not know how to react to this. So when a situation like this happens, इसमें सिर्फ दो options होते हैं body के लिए, या तो accept कर ले body जो भी खा रही है, which is what leads to fat storage, or probably get a shock of his life, and starts excreting out. तो वो excrete हो रहा है, सब कुछ just being excreted out. So we still have about 5 to 6 days wherein I have to eat. There is obviously not going to be any gym for next 6 days because it's all going to be resting, because a lot of you have been asking me कि Tarun एक हफ्ता कोई gym नहीं. Yes, 1 week no gym, no exercise, nothing. See, because if you've been working out for years or weeks or months, for you to get back to that gym after a break, it's going to be very easy because your muscle memory is very, very strong and very, very active. Muscle memory is nothing but that if you were to stop your gymming, your muscles, people have this thing कि लोगों को लगता है कि अगर हम जिम छोड़ देंगे हमारे muscles खत्म हो जाएंगे. नहीं, actually your muscle get better because you've been doing the same set of exercises, the same set of workout every day. Your body needs that break for some time. So that's why it's always recommended. Like your metabolism needs a reset, similarly your training pattern needs a reset too. So एक हफ्ता हम exercise भी नहीं कर रहे. I know it's very discouraging for me also. मैंने भी अपना दिल मारा हुआ है, but that's something you gotta do. Plus on gymming part, I'm one guy, he used to train twice a day at times, for a simple fact that कभी आपकी training पूरी नहीं होती, and my thing was always like it has to be a blend of all the body parts put together. So in the morning I would do like one body part, in the evening I would either do another body part or probably calisthenics and stuff like for my functional movements. So मेरा workout हमेशा ऐसा ही रहा है. I haven't, and I always tell you folks that don't focus too much on cardio. Cardio is for people, and there is this thing in India कि साला जिसको देखो लगता है कि the best way to lose weight is cardio. It's actually not. I've actually done a separate video on it, and when I will do another video on that. Cardio is not one of the most effective ways to lose weight. There are many other ways to lose weight other than cardio. So coming back to the update to transformation series, I'm also going to be eating all of other junk because but I know I've been excreting a lot, but that's okay. My body will get used to it in about 5-6 days. Once we start this transformation in another week, another 6 days, I will put up all the tools that you would need, right from your diet pattern to training, how many times you would be training in a day. Typically we'll start with once a day, and probably if there's a need, I can take it up to about 2 days a week, 2 days in twice a day as well. It's going to be 6 to 8 weeks or 10 weeks depending on how our body is shaping up the whole transformation, and this transformation is going to be for our summer look, March, April look. गंद नहीं मचाना इसमें मैंने, तो I will not obviously do steroids here, because a lot of people have been asking me on my WhatsApp group that sir, you already have a great physique. Actually, I'll be sharing with you in about a week's time that steroid look is very, very temporary. It's very temporary. आप जब लेते हैं तो obviously you feel good, and I will be sharing a picture with you that how steroids transform me. But once you see me now, you'll be shocked that अरे ये तो सारे results खत्म ही हो गए. It happens. It happened, but I refused to take steroids all my life. I refused to challenge, to accept my body that okay, the only way to get your desired body is through steroids. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a natural steroid-free transformation. This is the intent of this transformation series, wherein there will not be any steroid usage, nothing whatsoever. And then we'll see how our body reacts and shape up. And a lot of you have been asking me कि ये होगा कैसे होगा, natural होता है? Of course होता है natural यार, क्यों नहीं होगा natural? अगर आपने कुछ करना है, ठान लिया तो करना है, तो उसको करना ही है. And steroids का क्या है यार? Steroids तो आपको साला जब लेने हो ले लो आप. And steroids are the cheapest. Trust me, a lot of you have been asking me कि यार ये steroids कहाँ से मिलते हैं और ये बहुत महंगे आते हैं. नहीं, they're dirt fucking cheap. But इनकी problem ये है कि once you get the hang of it, once you start using them, they will fucking screw you. It's a different kind of addiction, steroids यार. It's like once you get into it, you'll realize कि अरे अब तो मैं ये साइकिल भी कर लेता हूँ, अब मैं वो साइकिल भी कर लेता हूँ. अच्छा मुझे नया सॉल्ट ट्राई करना है, मैं तो वो भी करूँगा ट्राई. And people will always have a take care. नहीं ये तो सेफ साइकिल है, इससे कुछ नहीं होता, उससे साइड इफेक्ट नहीं है. यार कोई भी चीज़ अगर आप एक्सटर्नल लोगे उसका साइड इफेक्ट होगा ही होगा, no matter what you do or say. So this cycle will not have any steroids. Supplement stack मैं डालूंगा वहाँ पे कि what all supplements we would need, what all basic supplementation. This steroid is for people like you and me जिनको एक body maintain करके रखनी है for the next 10, 15, 20 years without too much of an effort. Effort will be put in only in your training and training discipline and eating discipline. That's about it. You don't want to be spending 15,000, 20,000, 25,000 every month just to maintain that look. That can only happen if you take your body to another level. And that is exactly what the intent of this transformation will be. To transform not just your body but your discipline levels too. So this is going to be very, very interesting. हमें सबको बताना है कि साले steroids की ज़रूरत नहीं है to transform. We want to tell the whole world that natural transformation is fucking possible. So every day I'll be uploading one video on this for me to give you a heads up कि क्या चल रहा है. But अभी मेरा पेट बहुत खराब है, अभी मुझसे कुछ नहीं खाया जा रहा because my body is not used to it. If you can make out from my voice, I'm actually very pooped because I've pooped about good 3-4 times since morning, and I'm feeling very weak. And on the contrary, when I was eating less carbs and I was eating more protein, I was feeling a lot more energetic because my body was used to it. But now I'm eating all the fucking shitty food. Like aloo ka paratha, chola bhatura and all that shit, and I'm feeling fucking terrible. And I'm telling my mind that hey, it's okay, it's just going to be for 1 week, but it's still not getting used to it. So it will hopefully, and I'll keep posting updates what's going on. So you gotta stay tuned for this. Any one of you who have any question other than transformation or any other question on transformation who would want to transform with me, feel free to drop a note on my WhatsApp group. If I haven't added you on my WhatsApp group because there's a huge backlog, I will add you eventually. I will create another one. You can also, in the interim, you can also ask me a question on my Facebook or on my YouTube or even Snapchat for that matter. We can see each other and talk. But you have to wait at times. I'm really caught up with too many things. But point is, I will get back to you with a resolution to your query. So until we meet again, see you.